Welcome again to another video, and today we'll be talking about the Bhagavadgita of the Mabharata, an important text in our Hinduism course, which we'll be discussing in this video. Part 1 is all about the context and the crisis. To understand the Bhagavadgita, you first have to understand where it sits. It isn't a standalone religious tract. It is the sixth book in the massive Indian epic, the Mabharata. It is a poem born out of crisis. The setting of this book is the battlefield of Kurukshetra, the field of the law. The two massive armies face off in this book, the Pandavas and the Kauravas, their cousins. They are fighting over a kingdom, but the stakes are much higher. This is a war that marks the end of an eon. Our protagonist is Arjuna, the greatest warrior of the Pandavas. Just as the war is about to start, he asks his charioteer to drive him to the middle of the field, and there Arjuna falls apart. He sees his own family on the other side. He sees Bhishma, his beloved grandfather, and Drona, his teacher. He faces a dharmic dilemma. If he fights, he commits a sin. Killing his family and teacher destroys the social order. If he doesn't fight, he feels his duty as a warrior, the Kshatriya, and he allows evil to rule. He is trapped between the two. He drops his bow, Gandiva, and tells his charioteer, "I will not fight." So the second part of this video is the first answer, action and knowledge. Arjuna's charioteer is Krishna, and at this point in the story, he is just a friend and an advisor. But he is about to become the greatest teacher of the world. Krishna doesn't comfort Arjuna. He rebukes him. He calls this despair unmanly and heaven-born. He then launches into the first major teaching of the Gita, the yoga action. So Krishna's argument has two levels. The first is the metaphysical. He explains the soul, which is Atman, is eternal. It cannot be cut, burned, or killed. As a man discards worn-out clothes for new ones, the embodied self discards the worn-out bodies for a new one. So therefore, for Arjuna, you cannot actually kill anyone. And the second layer of this argument is the practical. So Krishna attacks the problem of karma. In the old Vedic view, every action produced a result that bound you to rebirth. If you sacrifice, you get heaven. If you sin, you get hell. Krishna proposed a revolution here. The revolution is called Niskama Karma, also known as disinterested action. So he tells Arjuna, your entitlement is only to the right, not ever at all to its fruit. You must do your duty simply because it is your duty, without addition to the outcome. If you fight without hating your enemies, and without desiring a kingdom, the action is pure. It generates no karma. It does not bind you. The third part of this video is the second answer, devotion and revelation. But doing your duty stoically is hard. Arjuna needs something more to hold on to. This leads us to the middle section of the book, chapters 7 through 10. Here the text shifts from philosophy to theology. Krishna reveals that he is not just a prince, he is the supreme God. So this introduces Bhakti Yoga, the yoga of devotion. Krishna explains that the easiest way to achieve this disinterested action is to dedicate every act to him. You fight not for yourself, but as an offering to God. This culminates in chapter 11, the climax of the book. Arjuna asks to see Krishna's true form, and Krishna grants him divine sight. If in the sky the light of 1,000 suns were to rise at once, it would be the likeness of that light of the Great Spirit. Arjuna sees a form with infinite mouths and eyes. He sees the warriors of the battlefield rushing into the gods' flaming mouths and being crushed between his teeth. So Krishna reveals his terrifying aspect. He says, I am time, grown old to destroy the world. He tells Arjuna that from the divine perspective, these warriors are already dead. Their death is ordained by the cosmos. Krishna tells him, be merely the tool. This is the ultimate comfort. The burden of the war is not on Arjuna's shoulders, but it is on God's. So the fourth part of this video is the third answer, nature and liberation. liberation. In the final chapters 13 to 18, Krishna breaks down the mechanics of reality to explain why we act. He introduces the concept of the gunas, the three threads that make up the material world. The three distinct colored strands weaving together: sattva, consisting of purity, light, and truth. The second is rajas, consisting of passion, energy, and action. And the third one is tamas, darkness, inertia, and ignorance. So Krishna explains that it is these forces, nature, that are doing the fighting, not the soul. The soul is just a witness. When Arjuna realizes he is the witness, not the agent, he is free. So conclusion, beyond ethics. So how does the book end? Does it give us a clear ethical rulebook? No, it does something more than radical. In the very last chapter, Krishna gives his final instruction: abandon all the laws, dharmas, and instead seek shelter with me alone. Be unconcerned, I shall set you free from all evil. So the text calls this a move from ethics to non-ethics. Arjuna started with the conflict between the two laws, family and duty. Krishna ends by telling him to transcend all human laws and surrender completely to the divine will. Arjuna says, my delusion is destroyed. I stand firm. I shall do your word. He picks up his bow, not because he wants to kill, but because he has realized he is an instrument of the divine. The Gita does not solve the problem of war by saying war is good. It solves it by changing the warrior. It teaches that the true peace isn't found in the absence of conflicts, but in the presence of God. Thank you.